It's a great piece of equipment. Very simple, easy to use, and the output is amazing. First off, I'd like to point out a few of the features on this thing. Oh, I apologize. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jordan. I'm our senior service tech here over at Ram Manufacturing Equipment. We represent ABM. These things have been going into a lot of restaurants, even some medium-sized production facilities where they're trying to get a nice thin slice chicken breast. Okay, so we'll go ahead and kick it off with the machine itself. Like I said, it's very simple, easy design. It is a 110 plug. It pulls about 8 amps. Very easy to clean, very easy to maintain. You do have some safety sensors here on the unit, so to help everybody maintain keeping their fingers. You have one on the upper conveyor. This upper conveyor is seated with the safety sensor here on the side and on the side of the machine. All of these have to be in place in order for the machine to operate. The next one down would be on the lower conveyor belt. He slides out, and that one has there. These are all set up for easy, clean design. To take apart the belts, simply just bring down the lock and pivot, and then the belts are able to come right off. You're able to take this over to your wash sink, clean it up, and get it ready for production for the next set. There is another safety sensor here on the side panel where you would access the basic electronics and your main knife. The knife as well has a safety on it. So everything has to be in place to make sure that this machine operates smoothly. We'll go ahead and throw this back in because I know a lot of you guys are really just wanting to see how the production is and how the output of the product comes out. All right, so we'll go ahead and put these on. The way it works is you feed from the top. You just simply set it on the top. The upper conveyor is going out. It slides down the back, and then the movement of both belts brings the product through, sandwiches down, and then goes through the knives. So you get a consistent cut each time. We are set up with the 3-blade on here. The 3-blade cuts a 6-millimeter cut. There is a 2-blade option, which does an 8-millimeter cut, and a 4-blade option, which does a 5-millimeter cut. Really easy. All you do is pull the whole mechanism out. Actually, I can show you. I'll do it as on the breakdown. I apologize. No, let's do it right now. Pull this back out because it's real simple. Slide these out. You have blade guides to maintain that thickness. And then once you take off your back cavity back here, you simply pull out the blade housing. You can take this over to your wash sink, hose it down, scrub it out as well. Blades are easily dismounted by simply adjusting the bolts on the side, and they pop right out, so you can clean them, sharpen them, all that fun stuff, and then just essentially get this ready for the next day. Slide it back into its place. Put our cover back on.
I'm going to mention, Jordan, real quick, that the blades, when they move to cut, they go opposite.
Yeah,
They go,
we can actually demo that real quick.
which is the unique feature that makes it a lot easier to cut.
Yeah, other horizontal cutters, when they run their knives, all the blades run in unison. With this one, your top two run together, and then your middle one runs opposite. So you get a consistent back and forth, keeping the product actually pretty much locked into the center going through. If you have all the blades going one direction, what tends to happen is your products tends to slide back and forth, not really getting the ultimate even cut. So really good design for the TP30 is those dual action movement on the blades. And then everything has a slot, so you'll know if you're not in place, the conveyors won't go in, the knives won't go in. It just takes a second to make sure that you're sliding it perfectly in line. All right. We'll go ahead and put our lower conveyor back in. Make sure it was locked into place. Put our guides back on. Odd angle, sorry guys.
Normally when you do that, you're standing.
In
Right,
front of it,
yeah.
yeah. I don't want to block the view of the camera, but yeah, typically you would do this directly in front. So they align.
Jordan, really quick, we got a question from Joseph. I'm going to help answer. He's in the chat. Thanks,
Okay.
Joseph, for hopping on. Your question was, does it come with all blade sets? The answer is no. The machine is sold with one blade set of your choice. The standard typical one that Jordan is showing you is set up with a 3-knife cutting system. But if you choose and you want to do the 2 or the 4, we can order that for you as well. Hopefully that helps.
Just
Thank you,
typical,
Kara.
usually people will get a second set.
Yep. That was Matt, our CEO of the company, chiming in. But yeah, most companies will pick up an additional set, even if it's the same set, so that when knives need to be sharpened, you're not experiencing any downtime. You can just pull it out, put the new one in, and then change out your blades, get those sharpened or replaced, and then your production runs a lot smoother. So once everything's in place, it's as simple as just pressing the start button. Oh, not everything was in place. Got to make sure you lock everything in. Press the start button and away you go. Like I said, production is super simple. Just grab your breast, lay it on top. This thing is capable of doing up to 7 breasts a minute, continuously fed. It is a 5-inch belt, so even your large breasts that you get that are upwards of 8 to 10 inches and about 5 inches wide, they can handle it no problem. And then as your product falls out, you can see we got nice, beautiful slices, consistent slices coming out. If you're doing any battering and breading, you could take it right over to your breader machine, send it through a tenderizer as well if need be. But super simple, super quick, consistent across the board. Nice, beautiful 6 millimeter thick slices, almost a 1/4 inch.
You probably spoke about this already, but I just joined a little. You probably spoke about this already, but I joined a little bit late. Is the width adjustable?
The width of the belt?
No, like meaning the thickness of the chicken. Could that be adjusted?
Oh, yes, yeah. So we have 3 sets of knives available. There is a 2-blade which cuts at 8 millimeter thick. There is a 3-blade that cuts at 6 millimeter thick, and then there's a 4-blade that cuts at 5 millimeter thick.
You said 8 millimeter, 8, 6, or 5?
Yes, sir. Yep. This one that we currently have on is the 3-blade that cuts at 6 mil. I believe we also had a customer who just wanted to split it down. So he took his 3-blade and turned it into a single blade, and just split the chicken in half. So there's some wiggle room on that side as well. But super simple, yeah, super easy to load. you can just grab somebody off the side of the street and have them pretty much doing this, not in-depth training. The beautiful thing is ABM actually puts a QR code on the top of this. So at any point, if you have new operators come in and they need a crash course, they can take their phone and scan the QR code, and it takes them right into a YouTube link that they can go step by step on the training
Got it.
as well.
One last question. Did I miss anything besides for you assembling the machine or?
No, I walked through the safeties. I did
Oh.
address that. There's a total of 5 safeties on here. Upper conveyor, lower conveyor, the side panel, there's 4 safeties, the side panel and the knife.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
Yep.
I'm just catching myself up to speed. Thank you.
No, you're good. The beautiful thing about this is it's a real sleek, small design, takes up minimal counter space. It's 110, so if your restaurant has just standard voltage coming in, you can definitely run it. You don't have to worry about having 3-phase power or anything like that. And it's super simple, easy to maintain as well.
Jordan, what size chicken breast were you using?
These are roughly, I would say, a medium-sized breast. They're averaging 6 inches long from bulb to tip, and then about 3.5 inches wide, consisting of probably like, this one is 5 pounds, and there's about a pound each.
Okay, thank you.
So, and it can handle the much larger breasts. It can handle smaller breasts. We have other customers that are using this for skirt steak as well. So they're getting sending the skirt steak through to get nice strips for carne asada to throw on the grill. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can definitely mic them out so you can see the consistency. Sorry, miking chicken is not always the easiest thing to do, but 6.29.
Are you able to demonstrate a 4-blade system?
We do not have a 4-blade system set here at the moment.
Okay.
We can. I believe I have some video that I possibly can get over to Tyler. If you reach out to Tyler and say, hey, I was the one requesting the 4-blade system, I believe I have a video of it because we had one in here a while back, and we're just doing some demos on it.
Right. Does the temperature of the chicken matter?
Yeah, it's definitely made for fresh chicken breasts, no tempered. These are probably sitting at about 32 to 36 degrees. So you want definitely nothing frozen, nothing hard. The blades are thin. You're running, I think it's a 1.5 horse motor. It's a half horse motor. It's very small. So
Yeah, the chicken just varies so much as far as the consistency of, I don't know, the feel of it. So I didn't know if it mattered. Some
no,
harder breast or some softer breast, or room temperature rather than refrigerator. If
these have been
if it
in the
made a
fridge
difference.
all night last night and up until about 5 minutes before the demo. So
Okay.
they're
Also, some, when you buy in bulk, they're not all going to be perfectly like that. Some have slits in them, some have extra fat pieces and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Does that affect anything as far as
no problem on the
quality?
fats. No problem on the fats. No problem on the little sinew pockets. Just no bone. I like
Yeah. No
fill
problem.
it, make sure there's none of that breastplate bone in there still or whatnot. If you can, pull that out and then send it through. If you guys would like, I can go ahead and send another bunch through so you can see it going again. Or yeah, is there any specific applications that anybody wants to focus on? Anything you guys would like me to do another touch point on? I mean, you can send the breasts through marinated as well. So marination's not an issue. Season's not an issue. Yeah, super simple. It doesn't matter the orientation, whether the bulb is towards the operator and then the tip's going down the front or vice versa. So it's, I mean, it's super simple. You just throw it on the top of the top conveyor and away you go.
Yeah, basically between the top hold down belt and the blade guides, it basically creates like a perfect chamber inside the machine. And so the chicken breast has nowhere to go but to go perfectly through those blades. So you get perfectly even cuts every time.
Yeah, and then you have adjustable guides here on the backside as well. So if you are sending smaller breasts through, you can take these guides and slide them in. There's one for the left and one for the right, and bring your chute in tighter so that that smaller breast can come down and go directly into the blades.
What some customers do when they have random weight, when they buy in random weight, what they'll do is try to separate out maybe the chicken breasts that are 10 ounces or less, and then those that are 10 ounces or more. And then that's when you go with the additional blade set. So depending on how many different variances, but you should be able to do, say, from 10 ounces down on one blade set, and then on the larger chicken breast, you can change either to a 2-blade or a 4-blade, depending on what your ultimate slice is.
Yeah, and with this, with the 3-blade, you're getting 4 slices. If you go down to the 2, you'll get 3. And then if you go to the 4, you get 5. So whatever number blade you have 1. That's the output that you're gonna get on per chicken breast. Trying to see if any of them have. These are pretty well cleaned up, but
Yeah, most people trim up their breast before they put it in. But it's up to you how you want to put it in.
yeah, and so I mean, like this machine works great paired with a marinating tumbler, so that you get that nice flavor consistently throughout your entire chicken breasts. We have a lot of people who are picking these up and then going, also doing dice product and using the dicers. So great versatile machine to put in any kitchen.
We need a vacuum sealer too. We still
Yep.
have the vacuum sealer, so they'll produce them, vacuum seal them, and then they're just open the bag and cook and go.
Yes, sir. So for those who have multiple shops or multiple restaurants across the board, a lot of people do that as well. Pouch up a couple of pounds, vacuum pouch it out, and then send it out to their other restaurants. So one machine can handle multiple restaurants for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and send some more product through so you can see how quickly we can go. I'll put them one after the next. So the manual says 7 breasts per minute, but that was 7 breasts back to back. And it was under about 30 seconds. So really quick. And like I said, those beautiful cuts come out right, nice and clean, consistent every single time from start to finish. Does anybody else have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that we can address for you guys? No, awesome. Well, we really appreciate you guys coming out to the webinar on this machine. If you guys have any questions, Tyler is your sales rep for the area. Great guy, has all the information you can need. We have a great team here, so you get the full RAM experience on any purchase of the equipment. Starts off with our quality control manager, Raven. She gives you a call out, make sure everything goes smooth. We have Kara, who handles pretty much any of the logistics for you guys from start to finish on this machine. We have our service team here, who's available pretty much anytime, questions or on-site service if needed. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we have a full, what we call the RAM experience program. So as Jordan mentioned, it starts off with a we call a pre-flight check call, and that's where Kara, who's on the call here, will walk you through all the things that could potentially go wrong. And if anything goes wrong, this is how we handle it. So in food processing equipment, it's not all that often something goes wrong, but we want to make sure that you guys have the confidence that you guys are partnering with the right people. So we walk through all that stuff in a very transparent way. And we just double check everything to make sure that you're teed up for success. Once your unit arrives, you get a call from Raven. She's our quality captain, and she just makes sure that you're super excited. When are you going to put it into use? Is there any questions? Is there anything you need? And then from there, usually about a month out or so, you get a call from our parts manager, Andrew. I believe he's on the call here as well too. And so he wants to make sure that if there's any spare parts you need, or if there's anything you need, that you don't have to wait to ever get it ordered. You can just grab it off the shelf and go. So to minimize as much downtime as humanly possible. And then after that, you'll get a call from Jordan or Kenny or somebody on our technical support team. And that'll probably be a month or 2 months out. And they just want to make sure that you're doing all the preventative maintenance to make sure that you maximize the life of the machine. Our goal is that this unit lasts for decades for you. So we want to make sure that you're doing all the right things, and that you have a properly running unit going forward. So we partner with our customers long after the sale in a very, very transparent way.
The other thing that RAM does is before any machine leaves, they test run the machine there in the facility, take a video of it, take pictures of it being crated, so that you're totally protected in any kind of shipping situations. So they provide that for you. It's one of the only companies that I know that does that. So that's just another added quality control that RAM can offer you guys.
Actually, we kind of try to surprise you guys with that. So it's a custom video link. It goes up on YouTube. It's totally private. So only you with the actual link can ever see it. And you see your actual unit. You get a zoomed in close-up shot of the serial number plate on the back. So you know that that's their unit, your unit. And so you get that at the time that it ships. And so, so you get that all, while it's still in transit, you get to see your unit, fired up, operating, and pictures of the unit, just like Bob said, to protect you in case there's any incidents or anything, but in that rare case.
How heavy is the machine? Does it need to stay in place, or could we put it on the table when we need it, put it back away when we don't?
Great question.
That answers a bunch of questions.
Yeah, it's I would say it's about 92 pounds.
So it's not made to. So it's made to be moved. You take it out when you need it, put it away when you don't.
Yeah, you can leave it out. It's a great conversation piece, or you can put it away and bring it out when you're ready for your production. Yeah. Everything stays nice, tight together. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, you can move it over to your shelf, wrap up your power cord and just have it sit, and then bring it out. Put it on a cart so you can pivot it around if you need to. Very versatile.
And you said it's 110 volts. It's just a regular outlet.
Yeah, just basic 110. Yep, power consumption is roughly, amps is roughly about 8 amps running, 0.75 kilowatts.
Got it. Just for kosher reasons, we might need, I know you guys tested before, but we might not be able to have not kosher product go through the machine. Is that a possibility?
When we get your machine, no product goes through it. The video consists of your serial plate and the machine just being turned on and going through its
Oh, okay.
operations. Yeah, you get a brand new machine. It's clean. We even do a wipe down, make sure that it comes to you nice and pristine.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that no food goes through the machine beforehand, that's all.
Yeah, no, you're 100% good.
Okay, I didn't understand what you meant before about the testing, my mistake.
Yeah, no, honestly, what your video consists of is I would go around the entirety of the machine, bring power on, and then show you that the conveying system and the knives are operational and that the unit is doing what it's supposed to do. Some of our larger ones, I would indicate the safeties of it, cutting out, or if there's vacuum, that you can see the full vacuum pool, but never product inside the machine that you're going to be receiving.
Absolutely, I understand. For pricing, I'm assuming I should reach out to Tyler, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Lucy, have any questions about the machine? All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you joining our webinar on this ABM TP30. If you guys have any questions, any comments, or are you looking for any other type of equipment, feel free to reach out to Andrew, the office. Anybody here is happy to help, and we'll get you the answers that you guys need.
Yeah. We also have Bob Maxwell is on the call here. Bob is actually the previous owner of RAM, and we call him our industry guru. He has been in this industry for multiple decades. He has been there, done that. He's seen almost every application, and if he doesn't have an answer, he has the cell phone number of the person that does. So you get the full resources of the full RAM team here.
Joseph asked, are these ready to go or are they production to order? I do believe we have a few coming in.
Yeah.
This is currently the only one we have in stock right now, but we do have more coming in. But they do go off the shelves pretty quick.
We had to hold this one back just so we could do this demo.
Yes. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Joseph, did that answer everything for you? I'm sorry, one more time. Was that just back audio? Okay. All right, guys. Well, once again, thank you for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it. And then, yeah, any questions, comments, feel free to reach out to Tyler, Bob, the office, any one of us.